Imagine waking up one morning in the grand city of Babylon and everywhere is full of wealth. Things are flourishing, but the only challenge is this: you've worked so hard, but despite your hard work, there's nothing to show for it. No show for showroom. Oh my God, you feel devastated. But there happened to be one of your classmates that was in school there with you. And this guy has become very successful. In fact, he has become the richest man in that city, the richest man in Babylon. Today, we are going to uncover what does this man know that made him richer than everyone else. What is it that he's doing that has made him to be successful, that despite that the fact that all other persons around him are working as hard as he is, yet nobody can match his wealth? Is this your story? Do you relate with this? I think it is worth looking at. This is a story compiled by George Clason, Ancient Babylon, Great Babylon, and with that man called the richest man in Babylon. This book has helped a lot of persons to be successful, understanding how to build wealth. Now it is your turn. It does not matter how old you are. I want you to join me on the other side as we look into these wealth building principles that will change your life forever. Join me on the other side.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
All right, you are welcome back. You see, one of the things that I always suggest every time, I think for over 10 years now that I've been in the training industry, I've always kind of encouraged every person that passed through my training. And if you are conversant, you will know I always talk about this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It contains some ancient tales based on wealth creation principles. Remember, principles don't change. Methodologies can be different, but principles are the same thing. The principle of wealth creation that held in the 20th century, in the 19th century, still holds in the 21st century. So, how are people able to take up this? This has been put together in The Richest Man in Babylon. But as simple as this book looks, it's a small book. But as simple as it looks, we've always advised people to go get it. And as financially intelligent parents, I will encourage you to go get a copy of this book. But because I know that in this current time, the world is a little bit fast-paced, so many persons find it difficult to read, I decided to look at, can we make a review of this book? We're going to do a review of this book, and I want you, it might be 2 or 3 sessions, but I want you to take time to listen to the timeless wisdom that is embedded in this book. Peradventure, in the course of our discussion, you will see 1 or 2 things that will help you to transform your finance and become that kind of person you want to be. Also, you can help your children, you can help those that are around you to gain this timeless wisdom. I want to say thank you so much for those of us that have always been around. We started this. This is about our 41st edition, and it's been wonderful. So if you are just joining us, I would like you to click on the subscribe button so that you can watch the past videos. We've talked about a lot of things, man. We've talked about goal setting. We've talked about creating budget. We've talked about how you create what you call your emergency reserve fund. And we talked about stock, the forex, the stock market, and so on. In the nearest future, we will still talk about various forms of investment. We'll even go to as far as training on the stock market, the crypto market, the forex market, areas where you can learn skills that will help you to make money in this era. Click on the subscribe button so that you will get the future notification. And please do something, do me a favor. You are not paying for all this, but what you need to do is what? Just to help the algorithm. Can you click on the like button there so that this video can be spread to more people and they will get informed? All right. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you for clicking the like button right now. Okay, so let's go. We're going to be reviewing. We're going to do maybe chapter 1 and chapter 2 as time permits us, and then we continue. I don't want to rush it. I want us to have the deep understanding of what this book is all about. Now, chapter 1 and chapter 2 of The Richest Man in Babylon, it talks about understanding wealth and how to build it. Understanding wealth and how to build it. So I want you to pay attention. You might have to take notes so that you have, something to fall back on. So the first part in the chapter 1, the chapter 1 talks about the man who desired gold. That's the chapter 1. The man who desired gold. Now, in that story, it talks about a young man. He was working hard. He fixes these chariots. Chariots are like the best kind of cars in those days, or rides. Like, what is it? Cars or rides, we call it there. And he worked so hard, but despite his working hard, he remained poor. He was not wealthy, and he desired this wealth. He has a friend called Kobe. Kobe happens to be a musician who also plays for rich men and things. The two of them met at Bansal's store, and as they were discussing, this one came, Kobe came, he told Bansal to borrow him some money. And Bansal was telling him that, how can you be asking me for money, my friend? You too, the two of us were as poor. And they began to look at themselves and analyze themselves. Now, let's bring it down to today's world. I don't know how much, who are the people, you see, when you talk about wealth creation, the kind of people you hang around with will determine what you will get in life. Your association will determine your allocation. Your association will determine your allocation. There's a formula to success that I use: P plus T times A raised to the power 2. What is P? P stands for your passion. T stands for your talent. A stands for association. Then the second A stands for action. P plus T times A raised to power 2. Now, A raised to power 2, association and action. Who are the people that you are mingling with? In this book, we see Bansal, who has a friend in Kobe. The two of them were poor. But you know something? One of the basic things when it comes to wealth creation and generation, which I want you to take note of, is there must be a desire. There must be a desire for wealth. Desire is the first stepping stone to wealth creation. From where you are now to where you desire to be. You have a lot of friends. You've always sat down. Some of us have even forgot how to dream. Oh, at a point in time, you are wishing you can ride the best car. You can send your children to some schools. You can live in a certain neighborhood. But now you tend to give up on that. I want to tell you this. It is not late. It is not late. You can still do it. All you need to do is to have a strong desire. Do you know there are many persons who have become millionaires even at the age of 50, at the age of 60, yet they just picked up something and they said, yes, this is what I want to do. Don't give up on yourself. God has not given up on you, except you think that you have fulfilled your complete purpose on earth, which I sincerely doubt. If you have finished your purpose on earth, maybe you will have changed address. But as long as you are in this address place, there is still so much for you to fulfill. Now, the first thing, as I said, the desire. Remember, he said, I will grant the desire of your heart. So when we look at the story, this man Basa, he had a kind of desire. He said he was tired of being poor. No, don't get it wrong. This man was not lazing around. This guy was a chariot repairer. He repairs chariots. So he was hardworking. But do you know what? Knowledge of money is more important than hard work. I want you to write that down. Knowledge of money is more important than hard work. Some people don't have so much strength, but they have understanding of money. In this book, one thing that you are going to be seeing is the 3 principles that we teach in our academy: make money, manage money, multiply money. These are the 3 principles that you are going to be seeing. How do you make money? How do you multiply it? How do you manage it? You have to have this knowledge if you desire financial freedom. If you want your children to be better than you, you need this knowledge. So what happened? Bansa and Kobil, they decided that, come, we can't sit down like this and complain. We can't continue complaining and everything is not going well. Economy is hard. You group yourself together as friends, and every time you are talking is the hardship. You are not sitting down to talk about investment. Or you sit down, all of you, when you come together, you are only talking about, maybe you are sharing the word of God together, you are praying together, that is all you do. But you are not coming together to say, come, let's know more about investment. There are some of these things that we are praying about that God has given us around us. Why don't we just sit down? Can we know more about investment? Can we invite somebody that understands investment, that understands savings, that understands wealth building? Let's invite such a person to our meetings one of these days and let that person come and enlighten us. And so this made these 2 persons. You know, there's a man called Akkad. Akkad was the richest man, and Akkad happened to be their colleague. They grew up together. But somehow, Akkad became the richest man in Babylon. The king always sought his counsel. So they're always looking. Now, that brings me to this fact. You see, when you see somebody that is successful around you, it is not enough. It's not good for you to say, oh, he stole the money. He did yahoo. He's a thief. He's that. You know, growing up, I remember when we see young ladies, you see a young lady with a very beautiful, fine car, you know, the first thing, guys hanging around, we say, oh, this person got this. It's bottom power. So we just kind of have it in our head. We don't believe that a young girl, a young lady can be successful to afford an expensive car. Oh boy, come and see today. Go out there and go and look at young ladies 17, 18, 20, 21 achieving great things due to hard work. It's not everybody that you see that has made money that made it the bad way. A lot of persons, they desired it, they worked for it, and they got it. So now, when you see someone who is successful, try to understudy him. Try to understudy that fellow. What is this person doing? If it's possible, try to get close to that person. Let the person teach you what to do. In the chapter 2, the chapter 2 talks about the richest man in Babylon, where he started talking about this man called Akkad himself. Akkad, a very successful man, and he was ready to share his financial journey with people. He's ready to talk and mentor people. There is a mentor that is very close to you, but because of your pride, because you cannot see yourself going to meet this person, please teach me. Can you show me? Can you help me to know what to do? Not going to beg somebody for money, not going to ask for stipends. Can you teach me? What can I do to leave this my situation? That was who Akkad was. Akkad was a great mentor to many in Babylon. He was once an humble scribe who earned little amounts of money. He learned the secrets of wealth from another money lender called Agamish, a very rich money lender. By following the principles that Agamish gave him, he became wealthy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you, these are the principles that we are going to be looking at. And please pay attention to this. The story is a wonderful one. And embedded in that story is the secret to wealth creation. So let's go first. We are going to be talking about the three main wealth building principles from Akkad. So these two guys went to meet Akkad. And they told him, guy, oh boy, you can't just be looking at us like this. Our situation has to change. Tell us what to do. And they did not go alone. They brought in their friends. Just like I've been telling you, you've been listening to financial intelligence for smart parents for some time now. But you are listening to it alone. Who have you invited to listen to this? Who have you shared these things with? Who have you shared this training with? You've not shared it with anyone. Guys, it will not benefit you. It's good you share it so that you 1, 2, 3 persons, you become accountable to yourself. So these two guys, they call their friends, just as I'm telling you, call your friends now. Can you click on the share button now? Click on the share button now. Share it with your friends. Tell them to come and learn the secret of wealth creation. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share it in your Facebook group. Share it. Just make sure that other people get this and tell them to subscribe so that we can have a lot of persons understanding this. So these two guys, they brought in other friends and they went to meet Akkad. And Akkad, after telling them how he became rich, he now gave them these three principles. Now, if you've not written down anything before, write down now. Okay, what's the first one? He said, pay yourself first. Save at least 10% of your income. See, let me tell you, if you cannot do this simple aspect, forget about being rich. Forget about being wealthy. If you cannot pay yourself, you see, most of the time, we are always, when you earn an income, the moment you earn an income, you are ready to pay everybody. You pay your mechanic, you pay your landlord, you pay the teachers, you pay everybody, you pay the market woman, everybody. The only person you don't pay is yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not even because of the future. It's because of now. You want to create wealth from where you are, you need some money for business. You can't remain an employee and think that as an employee, you will just transform. Who is going to give you the money? Nobody will give you the money. You have to create it yourself. So the essence of putting that money aside is not even because you want to save for your future. It's because you want to protect, you want to leave this level. You want to begin to do business. And for you to do business or for you to go into investment, you need some money. So the first principle of wealth creation, please, if there's nothing that you take away from this training of about 90 days, I want you to take this particular one. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. God will not be happy with you if you don't pay yourself. Because that's you. You are the one doing the work. How are you paying you? How are you paying you? So, minimum of what you should set aside, no matter what happens, no matter the difficulty, no matter how little the money you are earning is, except you want to continue earning that small money forever. Pay yourself first. Minimum 10%. When I say minimum, it means if you have 100,000 naira, let's say you earn 100,000 naira, set aside 10,000 naira before spending. If you earn 100,000 naira, set aside 10,000 naira before spending a dime. I want you to have this in, just say it, keep it in your memory. Say it every day. Say it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. 10% of whatever I earn is mine to keep. Say it to yourself. Can you say it now? 10% of whatsoever I earn is mine to keep. 10% of whatsoever I earn is mine to keep. 10% of whatsoever I earn is mine to keep. Can you say this 3 times every morning, in the afternoon, and late night before you go? Say it consecutively for about a week. That thing will be entrenched. It will be put in your subconscious mind, such that anytime you see, anytime money comes into your hand, the first thing you are going to do, set out your 10%. Keep for yourself. Put it in an account. If you're a salary earner, you have to do it. You can make it an automated process. Send it to an account. Just like what we do in our cooperative, we tell our members, 10% of your income, make sure you put it in the cooperative, because there's an advantage, there's a cooperative advantage and everything. That's not what we are talking about now, but that's what it adds to. Now, can you imagine? Let's do something now. Can you imagine if you've been earning, maybe your income is 100,000 naira now, and for the past 5 years you have been saving 10% consistently. The word there is consistency. The word there is consistency. Now, if you've been saving just 10,000 naira every month, do you know in the last 5 years, in the first year, 10,000 naira times 12, what that will have given you about 120,000 naira. Well, if I ask you in 5 years, you will say, oh, that will have given you about 600,000 naira. But sorry, that is not true. It will be more than that 600, because you will make your money work for you. In the process, after the first year, the second year, you are going to make your money to begin to work for you, just like Akkad advised his friend. So, and what did he tell them when he was creating his wealth? His own mentor, Akkad's mentor, he told him, said, 10% of whatsoever you earn, keep. And this guy was faithful, keeping his own 10%. And after some times, when he has saved for 1 year, the mentor came to ask him. He said, Akkad, have you done what I asked you to do to become rich? Akkad said, yes, I did it. In fact, I have saved 10% of my money. And the man said, where is the money? He said, I gave it to the bricklayer. The bricklayer is traveling to another country, and he wants to buy some he wants to buy some precious stones. So I gave it to him. And Akkad told him, he said, man, you have lost that money. Why will you give your money to someone who does not know about the art that he's going for? He's a bricklayer. He's an expert in bricklaying. He's not an expert in precious stones. And before you know it, just exactly as the man said it, that was what happened. But you know what? Akkad began to save again. Some of you might save, and then the first investment you will try to do, you might lose it. But one thing is this: be careful. This one now you are learning. Please, wheresoever you want to put money as investment, make sure it's somebody that knows, that is privileged, or that knows, that have a clear understanding of that field of investment. So he had to take that his money and invest. So the next year he started. Now the lesson here that I want to share with you is that, you see, when that happened, he lost the first month. You can imagine saving 10% of your income for a whole year, and then you gave it to somebody thinking you are doing investment, and everything went off like that. Some will say, come on, I'm not going to do it again. But no, Akkad said he had to continue. And when he continued, the next year, he was able to do the same thing. Now, let me tell you this. It doesn't matter how much money you have lost in the past. Don't let your past determine your future reality. The past ignorance. Now you are better informed. When you are taking, you see, I have lost a lot of money as far as when you talk about investment. I'm a very, very big risk taker. I take high risk. I take very high risk. At times, when I see an opportunity, once I calculate it, I jump into it. And then over the period, I have learned to take my time. There was a particular experience gathering some money, very good amount of money that I've gathered together between I and my wife. And then a particular business investment opportunity came, and it was too good to be true. Be careful of too good to be true opportunities. You too, you have to see, take your time. Where is this coming from? How is it playing? Now, when we saw this thing, at a point in time, I and my team, we even had to travel all the way to Dubai to go and meet the promoters of this particular opportunity. And when we went there, we saw what they were doing. It was so exciting, it was so interesting, and we saw it. I'm an accountant now, I'm an investment person, so if I see a good one, I know, I should know. And by the time we looked at everything, I was convinced. I told my guys, please, let's go back. When we get back to Nigeria, we're going to tell our team, let's us do this. Man, we got back and we all went. Monies that we have saved. God, I'm not talking of 10,000, I'm not talking of $20,000, $30,000, guys. I mean real money. And based on this, we took this money because we felt we've done the due diligence. And then we went into it for the first, second, third, fourth month. Then suddenly something happened. Everything. I mean, everything went. And then we look, what did we not do? Where did we get it wrong? If it will go wrong, it will go wrong, guy. It's not your fault. You don't need to beat yourself. It wasn't because the business went bad, but unfortunately, the people that mastered that particular investment vehicle veered into some other things that they don't have the competence, and that was where money went. But then it happened, and I was so devastated. But remember, if you've always followed me on this, I always say my investment principle, I use the ECC 11 principle. What is the ECC 11? Ecclesiastes 11:2. He said, invest in 7 ventures. In fact, in 8, for you never know which one will save you in the day of disaster. And because I have that understanding, when I fail in an investment, when an investment fails me, I go up, look for the next one. I go, look for the next one. I go, look for the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, you might fall. You say, but maybe you didn't pray very well. Maybe you didn't ask God. If you had asked God, come on. Did you hear when God said? He said the righteous will fall 7 times. And 7 times he will rise again. Those were my own consolation. Because every time when an investment fails, that thing comes to me. He said, whenever a business fails and you can start up again, know that I'm involved in it. So don't give up in that business. Don't give up in that opportunity. Start it again. So what are we saying now? It doesn't matter what age you are. Guys, if you are listening to me, you are between the age of 20 to 35. Oh, congratulations. You can imagine what you are earning now. Some of you are earning about ₦1 million monthly. Imagine saving 100,000 naira compulsorily. Let them put a knife to your throat. You must make that saving. You are putting 100,000 naira monthly in that job, in that business. In the next 6 years, in the next 5 years, how much do you think you will have? It will be enough for you. It will be good enough for you to start a small business of your own. So you have to look at how do you start now. So this is what you need to do. So when we are talking about this, I'm still reviewing the first because I'm telling you what Akkad did that he lost money. And that is what I want to dwell on very well because this is chapter 2 and we're wrapping up on this note. Many of us, we will fall, just like the example that I gave you. Many of you would have fallen into such in the past. But then, that does not stop you. That does not stop you from moving ahead. Many people will lose money to Ponzi schemes because they fail to seek financial advice. Please, always seek a second opinion. Somebody gives you a financial something. It might be your friend. It might be your colleague. Why don't you get somebody who is a financial expert and then try to sit down and rub minds? Don't be in a hurry to part with your money. Don't be in a hurry to part with your money. If somebody promises you, oh, this thing is giving us a returns of 50% every week, it's likely to be a scam. 50% every week, it is likely to be a scam. It may not last. Some people that join it at the beginning may make their money, but it may not last. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at just recently, a man lost about 2 million naira in fake cryptocurrency scam. They told him, oh, if you buy this and things, you are going to make that this coin is doing this. If you put your money in it, it's going to grow up. And the man opened his wallet, did everything. The moment he put his 2 million naira, the next week, the something was 0.1 something dollar. It dropped to about 0.000 something. That was when they were dumping. So you must be careful when you see high returns. So in wrapping up today, let's look at let's take some action point, because I don't just want us to just review and then go. I want us to take some actionable points right now. I want you to do something if you've not done that by now. Open a separate savings account, or you can connect with the Rich Vision platform and you make up your mind that you will save a minimum at least 10% of any income that comes your way. Can you make that commitment to yourself now? I want you to write it down. From today, I am committed to saving 10% of any income that comes my way. Can you write this down now? And if you can put it on the chat box, so that it's going to be like a testament between you and I. Put it there. I am committed to saving 10% of every income that comes my way. Can you do this for me, please? Can you do this for me, please? Let's do it. Let's start something. If you've been doing it before, you can increase it. If you've been doing it, have you been consistent with it? If you've not been consistent, I want you to make up your mind to be consistent with it. Now, you have to look for a good place to save it. You see, when you begin to save that kind of money, there will be temptation. If you save that kind of money in an account where you have the ATM card, oh my God, before you know it, it is gone. And you always put it in a place. Like what we do in the Rich Vision or the Rich Vision platform is that we put a kind of high consequence for you, that if you want to take the money before or during the period, we try to discourage it. But any other benefits in our cooperative, like in that cooperative, we have 0 interest loan, we give double of whatever you have saved. Everything is fantastic. You get about 10% returns on whatsoever you save, but we put a big penalty if you say you want to take out the money. It's not for anything. It's just to discourage you from just saying, I'm broke, let me just go and take my money. No, if you have to take money, let it be for business, let it be for expansion. So, well, that is a subtle advert of our operation. I think it's permitted now. All right. Okay. Well, that you see the link. You can see one of our contacts, treasurer's number in the description box. You can as well get across to him if you are interested. If you have any other means of doing what you want to do, then you go ahead. But make sure you do something. Then number 2, I want you to go get this book. I want you to go get this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I want you to read it yourself. Apart from this review, get it and read it. Then look for a mentor. People that have mentors will not lack methods. People that have mentors will not lack methods. Your mentor will guide you. Your mentor will help you. And if you need to pay for financial services, just like if you want us to consult for you, you can book a session. It's very cheap. It will save you a lot and millions of money even into the future. So you can also get investment group, get financial literacy group where you meet together. And that's what we try to do in the financial coaches network that we have in Rich Vision. So let me ask you, and I want you to engage yourself in this. What are some of the money mistakes that you have made that has been mentioned in this training? What are the have you made any of the money mistakes that we've mentioned? Number 2, what strategies can you use to ensure you always save 10% of your income? What strategies? These are questions I want you to answer. If you can put it in the comment section so that you can record it there, it's good. So what strategies can you use to ensure that you always, without fail, save 10% of your income? Number 3, have you ever lost money due to poor financial decision? Have you ever lost money due to poor financial decision? What did you learn? What did you learn from it? Can you put it even in the comment section? These are things I want you to take up. I don't just want us to do this review because we are reviewing a book, we just want to rush. No, this is financial intelligence for smart parents. So in conclusion, the journey to wealth creation starts with small, consistent habits. Success is not the big deal. It is not the big thing. It's simple discipline. Success is simple discipline compounded over a period of time. So if you want to be wealthy, 50, 60, as long as you are earning an income, can you take that decision? Can you take that decision to be consistent in what you are doing? And what I want you to do also, can you do something for your children, for your young ones that are maybe they started earning? Can you begin to tell them to start this thing as early as possible in their life? Commit to savings, commit to investing, and learning from financial experts. You have a lot of things to learn in Rich Vision. You have a lot of things to learn with me. That's why I say click on the subscribe button so that you can always get this. If they are free, these are things that people pay money for. So now that's going to be it. Tomorrow we are going to be looking at the 5 laws of gold and how to make money multiply. So that's the next episode, the 5 laws of gold and how to make money multiply. That's what we'll be looking at. So don't miss this next edition. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you for being part of this review of the richest man in Babylon. So what you want to do, I want you to click on the subscribe button, take action on those things that we've said, click on the subscribe button, click on the share button, let other people know. By the time we are talking about the 5 laws of gold, I want you to have 5 people that you have sent this thing to, that you have shared this thing with, that will join us in this session. Once again, is your friend and partner, Olushola Popola. Have a nice day. Ciao. Bye.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm